Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 10 of this Something's Cool comic unboxing. We got a whole bunch of stuff to go through, a bigger haul of books than the last few. Just a lot of stuff. So it's all, I think it's mostly slabs, if not all slabs at this point. We'll get right into it, see what's inside. We'll open up some of these bags and stuff and see what's inside. Okay, I think this is part of a collection that I'm trying to finish off. I can open it. A sec, sorry. Okay. This one had a lot of extra bubble wrap. I didn't notice that it had so much bubble wrap. Okay. So this is The Saint, number 6. It is Frank. Wait, let me see if I can read that. Oh yeah, Szymanski cover, and it also has a backup feature of Miss Fury, which is cool. But when I saw this one, I know it's a low grade. It's like a 2.0, but man, does it present well. It's like the colors on it are really, really sharp. I just thought it was a really nice presenting copy. It's probably the spine isn't the greatest, or it has maybe a detached something, something like that, and it gets a low grade, but it presents really, really nicely. Yeah, this is from 1949, Avon. I've been trying to get the complete run of The Saint. Some of the covers are like Al Ulmer covers and Matt Baker. Some really great artists worked on The Saint. And this one is one of the pre-Code comics. So before the Comic Code Authority came out, there was this RCMP code. And ACMP, which stands for American Comics Magazine Publishers Code. And basically it was like an early precursor to the code where they had similar kind of rules to the code, but not quite as strict. And a lot of the companies that had it, that displayed it, really loosely followed it. But just a really cool comic anyways. Yeah, so The Saint, from 1949, number 6. Okay, got some more bubble wrap to get through here. Okay, what is this one? Okay. So even though I collect Golden Age mostly, I do sometimes get modern comics. This is more of a modern comic. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. Wow, so many layers. Okay, one sec here. And they tape the slab, so one sec here. I have to kind of... Alright, so after all of that, finally get to the thing. And we got Marvel 2-in-1, number 54, white pager, 9.0, reasonable grade. It's not a super high grade, but this one was really cheap. I think I paid the cost of the slab. Now, why did I buy this book? You're probably wondering. I think we were doing a book club or something, and I was reading about the different characters in the book club. And this is from 1979. It features Deadlock. Obviously, he's on the cover. Quasar and Thunda appearance is the first appearance of the Grapplers. Leia, Titania, Pound Cakes, and Screaming Minnie. So somebody mentioned this book. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I picked it up really, really affordably, so why not? So yeah, so whole bunch of key first appearances in this one comic. I just thought it was kind of a cool book. This is from 1979, so very end of the Bronze Age of comics. So that's kind of a fun one. And we have more modern-ish books. This is modern, actually, very modern. Again, I didn't pay much. I paid, it says $45. I think I even got that down. I think I paid $45 shipped. So this one is Batman Long Halloween, number 6. And I forgot which character it is. But if you, the new Penguin series features the character that's in this. I think it's this girl. It's just one of the women characters. I thought, oh, where did she make her first appearance? And it was this comic. So I was like, oh, why not get a first appearance of a character that's going to be in the TV series? It was very affordable, very inexpensive spec. So this is a white pager. It's Batman Long Halloween number 6 from 1997. So plastic age comic. Tim Sale cover and art. It's a nice black cover. I imagine this one's a little harder to get in high grades just because of that black cover. Usually spine ticks are a little bit more obvious with it. Actually a very nice looking 9. Strangely, I don't really see many flaws. I think that's just dust. That's just some of the bubble. I don't see any major flaws. I'm not sure why it got the 9.0 instead of like a higher grade. Very nice presenting 9.0. Jeez, what is wrong with it? I'm trying to figure out, oh, I don't know. Man, really nice 9.0. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It looks like a 9.8 almost. Maybe a little bit of pressing could be done, and it would probably grade out higher. Like it looks like there's no color splits or anything. That's really odd. Really odd. Very nice copy. I like that situation where you get something and it looks like a 9.8 and it's graded low, and so you pay the low price. So that's kind of nice. Okay, this next one. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. This one's, I guess the person originally bought it from Heritage because it has the Heritage slip on it, but I didn't get it from Heritage. I got this for like, again, these were all cheap slabs. This was, I think I paid $20 for it or something like that. It was like really insane. Like nobody bid. I just won it really cheaply. I don't feel like moving. You will. Movie camera. I don't know. So yeah. And it's like, it looks like the lobster's gonna get her foot. Actually, it's interesting that they actually have the correct color for the lobster. Lobsters are not red. A lot of people don't realize this, but lobsters, it's only when they get cooked that they change color. So normally they're greenish color. So this one is United Comics number 17 from 1951. It's a nice, a lot of these United Comics or Fritzy Ritz comics are just have really great covers. Very underrated. And this one is Bushmiller cover and art. Ernie, is it Ernie? Oh, sorry, Ernie Bushmiller cover and art. I know somebody that collects Bushmiller. So this is quite nice. I really like it. So interesting that they bought it from Heritage. I think they probably paid more than I did. So I feel bad for them, but yeah, nice comic. Okay. And we'll get next one. Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is Jonesy, and it says Jonesy number 85. Now, the title was something, I forgot what the title was before, but this is really Jonesy number 1. And it's basically a ripoff of Archie. Jonesy, wits and half-wits. And even like some of the stuff that they do with the car, there was a bunch of characters that did this. Another one was Cookie. They would have this kind of thing where they would ride all over the car. And Archie always was known for his jalopy, where it was just sort of falling apart, and he would take the girls out and it would break down. So very Archie ripoff. Even the fact that they have like a blonde and a brunette or black-haired hair girl, or actually she is a brunette, but just a total ripoff of Archie. So yeah, just kind of a cool one. I guess he would be kind of like Jughead, and this would be like the Archie guy, and then this guy would be like kind of like Reggie. He even looks like Reggie. It's like real ripoff. It's Jonesy's latest gas saver, with big wheels on the back and small wheels on the front. Will always be coasting downhill. See, that's really smart, actually. Okay. Okay, very interesting comic. And okay, so I showed issue number 1 of this series. It's only a 2-issue series, and I got both. This is Jane Eren number 2, and that's the complete run. There's only 1 and 2. I showed number 1 earlier, I think in the very first video from the series. So if you go back and watch that, you can see the very first issue of Jane Eren. Basically, she is a crime reporter, and so it's crime meets good girl, basically. So this is from St. John Publications, 1948. I guess it didn't really do that well because there was only 2 issues, so it didn't do that well. But it is a cool one. I think it's quite nice. Okay. Okay, we got 2 more to do. Okay, I'll leave. Oh, actually 3 more to go. Okay. Let's see. This one has a lot of bubble wrap. It doesn't, like, sometimes the bubble wrap doesn't look like much, and then, so I think, oh, it's going to be quick. I don't have to worry about it. People are not going to get too annoyed with me unboxing. But then I realize it's like really tightly wrapped, so it's actually not that little. This one is very thick. It's that much bubble wrap. Okay, wow, that's crazy. So this one is an interesting one. This is Dark Mysteries, number 16. I've been getting this whole run. I think I have about 10 from this series. So this is from 1954. It's a hanging cover, and it's a High Fleischman cover, and yeah, just a really interesting one. Now they're hanging a zombie. It looks like a zombie. Very odd. We hung those 2 when killing Bolton, but Bolton's cutting himself down. That's really odd. So just a lot of these Dark Mysteries had really cool covers. This is just one of them. A lot of skeletons on their covers as well. That was very common within these Dark Mysteries. Really cool covers, though. A lot of graveyard ones, too, strangely. So yeah, Weird Tales of Horror. I'll go with my Dark Mysteries collection. Now this one I already had. I have a raw copy of this next book. But I wanted to get a nicer copy. Because my raw, I think it's a 0.5. It's missing like a page. But, and I've actually paid a lot for it, even though it was a 0.5. This one, the guy, he had a really low price on it. So I was like, oh, sure. If you're gonna, if you're gonna offer it for that cheap, I will pick it up. So it's 4-color number 129. And this is the very first appearance of the Song of the South characters. So Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear and Uncle Remus and all the characters that you associate with the Song of the South. Now, recently, it used to be that the Song of the South, nobody had any issues with it. It was a very beloved Disney classic, I guess. Why what a wonderful day. That song, plenty of sunshine, plenty of rain. That song, that came from Song of the South. And they even had a ride at Disney World, Splash Mountain, that was devoted to Song of the South. And it was, you'd go through this crazy roller coaster and get all wet, and they would have all the different characters, and they would show Brer Rabbit in trouble and his Brer Patch and all this kind of stuff. And he would always be tricking Brer Fox and Brer Bear. And it was just a really cool ride. And all of a sudden, people felt like, oh, it's racist for whatever reason. Whatever reason. Like, oh, you can't show a person that was a former slave as being happy. It's like, and Tar Baby. This is Tar Baby here, which he's made out of tar. And the reason he's called Tar Baby was not because he was trying to look like a black person or anything like that. It was that, he was supposed to look like a black person to a certain extent. But what it was supposed to be a trick to trick Brer Rabbit. So what happens is this, it's very custom in the South to say hello. And when you say hello, the other person's supposed to say hello back. Well, Tar Baby is made out of tar. And so Brer Rabbit walks by, and then Tar Baby doesn't say hello back. And he's like, why aren't you talking to me? He's getting all upset. And then he punches the Tar Baby, and his hand gets stuck. And then he gets all tangled up into this Tar Baby. So it's just sort of a fun story. And that's how Brer Rabbit gets caught by Brer Bear and Brer Fox. Just a really cool story. I grew up reading this story when I was a kid. I don't know why they get all offended nowadays. But what does it say on it? Uncle Remus and his Tales of Brer Rabbit. Movie adaptation of Song of the South. And it's a Carl... I can't quite read that. One sec here. Butener cover? Carl Butener cover. Just a really cool book. I really liked it. I don't know why. It's sadly things nowadays too politically correct. I don't like political correction. So I'm not very politically correct. So yeah. But yeah, so we got one more book to go through. Let me see if I can get this out. This one is really well wrapped. Actually, what they did was really smart. So they put these little... Because usually what happens when you send slabs, the first thing that gets destroyed is the corners. So having these extra little boarded things on the corners is quite smart. Okay, let's see if I can get into this one. This one is a very cool book, if I can get it out. Okay, wow. A little bit of a struggle with that one, but I got it. I believe in one of the earlier episodes of this series, I mentioned that I was collecting bikini covers. And I wanted to find out what was the very, very first comic ever to feature a woman wearing a bikini. Now, the bikini was named after Bikini Atoll, which was where they set off the atomic bomb. And, they named the bikini after that because they wanted it to be just as explosive to the fashion industry as the bomb was to the world. So they named it after that island, and the Bikini Islands. And so the bikini became a thing in 1946. That was when the bikini was officially a thing. And so I was trying to find out when was the very first comic with that on the cover, with the bikini on the cover. So I went through, literally I went through a website where you could look at every cover that was released after that date, when the official date where bikinis became a thing. And the very first Bikini cover, there was ones actually that were prior to it, and I actually have that as well. But they weren't officially a bikini. I know it sounds weird, but they weren't officially a bikini. They were bikini shaped, but not officially a bikini, if that makes any sense. But this one was the first official bikini. So this is Gay Comics number 24. And it's from 1946. And it's important to note that it was from August to September of 1946. Now, when it says August to September of 1946, actually means a couple months prior to that. But yeah, this is right after the Bikini came out. You get the very first Bikini cover. So, Gay Comics number 24. If you ever want to get the first Bikini cover, well, this is it. And it's a really great cover, actually. It's kind of fun. The girl's all upset that the lifeguard is saving other people. But the other people are all cute girls. Like, oh, save me, save me. You know, they're all trying to get his attention. She's getting all jealous. It's quite cute. So that's a trope on a lot of comic covers where the lifeguard is being distracted by beautiful women. So I should have been a lifeguard. So yeah, so that is this part. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for later parts. There's some really big books coming up. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.